Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Texans are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Browns, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of the up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. This is Lamar Miller, and he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down following the run. To throw is Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. First down carry now for Miller. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
throw on second is Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got Miller. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go! 38! Flex round!
Watson now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On the run, it's Crowell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Career highs in receptions, carries, and total yards last year for Crowell. His total yardage was 952. That was the highest by a Cleveland Brown running back since 2010.
And that sounds impressive, but I think there's much more out there for him. If Cleveland plays even with people, not from behind, he'll get more carries, more touches, and his yardage will go up.
And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right around the 31. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the Patriots are out to an early lead there over the Jets. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On the ground, this is Johnson, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. second down. Here's Crowell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Throwing on third down, Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's a give to Crowell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
On second down, here's Luck. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Third and 2, Luck. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. A good pickup there at 22. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Let's go!
Now a handoff to Miller. And some room to work. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will have a touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now, because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Again, it's Crowell. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the gun on third down, Luck. This is Johnson. He's got it. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And an alley to run. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
But we know one thing. Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long. Didn't end in 6, but still a great game. They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here's Luck now on second down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision, because they do have the final call now.
Now it's Crowell. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now Luck says let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw on second down is Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 78 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
That's fielded in the end zone. That's a strong running. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Shipped together here from the D-line. They'll run it again with Crowell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Locke. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Let's go!
Here's a give to Miller. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, it's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a second down. The final shot before the break. Watson underneath for Miller. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart. Valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Now Luck. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Crowell powers past him at the 5. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. This is Crowell, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run for it with Crowell, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They begin with a run by Miller. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And the wideout in motion. Here's Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Let's go! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Third and long. It's Watson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And here is the punter, Shum, as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Dancing to his left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Love. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Checking the NFL scoreboard. They're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Pistol look. It's Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Second down, here's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Come on, let's go! Three down. Flex round! Ohio!
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Watch time. Tight end right. Let's go! Flex round! Three down. Ohio! Check it back.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on 3rd and long. The catch made by Miller. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Come on, let's go!
Now it's Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
Let's go, Ohio! Hey. Four down. Let's go! Ohio! Here we go! 1, 2, Ohio! Flex round! Ohio!
Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your head.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. To throw is Love. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. They'll run with Crowell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Off of play action. Luck. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Luck now to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. A fourth-quarter score from the Meadowlands. The Patriots, they've widened their lead even further. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw. Love. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Carlos Watkins in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go.
A handoff running left is Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Ten yards still left on second down.
Let's go. One, nine.
Throwing now. Watson. Flush to his right. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Kill.
Watson now on third down. On the right side, this is Miller. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Houston, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So that's a wrap.